Hello, a little blog update here. I don't know if you can tell, but I've just gotten done being sweaty and tired, and I'm somewhat dirty because it's almost 10 o'clock at night, and I just got done changing a tire on the side of I-65 because I was coming home and I went to a place called Pei Wei for dinner, which I've talked about before. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't even know. It's an Asian place that I like their food. I was kind of tired from work, and I know I've got a really... Tomorrow I'm working from like 4 a.m. until probably like 10, 11, 12 maybe at night. So a hefty, 20-hour day or something, however that times out. So I decided I'm going to treat myself and eat something good and something healthy and not do fast food and all that. So I went to the Pei Wei. It's there in Brentwood. And I was going to take Franklin Road home, and I went, no, you know what, it'll be quicker, because I went to Publix and I bought Kellogg's Product 19, my favoriteest cereal of all time, and bought milk. And I'm very particular about milk. I try to buy milk as close to home as possible, and because I'm a freak about it warming up in the car and becoming unfresh. I realize I'm crazy, and for years growing up, we went to Walmart across the river in a whole other town and bought milk. Rode around with it in the cart for a while and then drove home, and it was always fine, but I'm just freakishly paranoid like that, and that's me. But I said, well, no, you know what, it'll be quicker to go on 65 because it's an interstate. It's not Franklin Road. So I got on Franklin Road at Old Hickory Boulevard, and I wasn't even barely off the off-ramp onto the lane, and I saw a little something in the road. It looked like just a little, it had to have been a piece of metal or something. And sure enough, very quickly, after I hit it, I knew I ran over it with my front driver's side tire. And I thought, okay, well, I instantly kind of felt the car kind of, vibrating around, and I thought, oh, well, I've blown out my front driver's side tire. So I pulled off the road after passing like 4 cars that were pulled off the road. And once I got pulled off the road, I realized there was another car over there, and there was another car on my side further up, and I think I counted about 10 cars that had pulled over, all because we hit something in the road. And so the guy that I pulled in front of, he came up to me and said, hey, did you hit something in the road back there? I said, yeah. And he said, I did too, and I thought it blew my tire, but I guess it didn't. So he went on his way, and so I got out, and to my surprise, it was my driver's side rear tire that was blown. And so even though I knew I rolled over it with my driver's side front tire, so I started kind of the process of, I've owned this car 2 years now and never have had to change a tire on it yet, because I've just been blessed that way, I guess, that I haven't had a flat tire. So I've gotten practice on some of my friends' cars though, so that's nice. It's not one of these. So I had to get the jack out. It's stored under the driver's seat, and the other half of the jack and the tire nut tool and some big round thing that I don't know what it is, but when I kind of put it on the lug nut tool to use as like a breaker bar, it worked pretty well. And then the spare tire, I had to get all that out. While I was doing that, one of the Tennessee State Highway Patrolmen pulled up, and he was very nice and friendly and talked to me about what I'd hit, and I didn't know. And so he got on the phone, and apparently he had people even before Old Hickory Boulevard that were pulled over because they'd hit something. So something clearly created what they call a debris field, I believe. And I don't know if it was a truck with maybe scrap metal or something, but so he made sure I was okay, and he had to go check on everybody else that was pulled over, because there was already one trooper behind him, so I was kind of the next in line, I guess. And so he made sure I was okay, and told me, if you have any trouble, it's star 847, call the state troopers, all that kind of stuff. And so he went on, and I kind of started changing the tire. It was really nice, though, because at least further on, before where I was in the road, there was a police car there that was helping to get people out of the furthermost right-hand lane. I mean, I was over in the grass. Just my tire that was flat was on the pavement at that point, but I didn't like being out there next to the road. So I kind of started changing the tire, and then a very nice and friendly Brentwood police officer pulled up, and he actually helped me change my tire, because, man, two of those lug nuts were just on there killer tight, and had to give it the old foot, so the old foot, whatever. Anyways, had to do that, and he helped me, just generally helped me. And plus, it was really nice having a car with big bright blue lights and very well illuminating headlights and the big searchlight. It's kind of like, this thing I got here that illuminates me, 3 million candle power thing that probably makes me look washed out. I'm using only one light tonight out of the 2 bulbs that are in there in hopes that I'm not as washed out. Something smells like it's burning. Anyways, so the Brentwood police officer, he was very nice and helped me, and I thanked him, and that's a rough job that they have. I mean, we always think about cops, going in gunfights and bank robberies and all that stuff, but probably some of the most dangerous things they do is stop on the side of a busy highway where people aren't paying attention, people are sleepy, people are drunk and on drugs and driving crazy, and people are just, Tennessee drivers are just not being very, great at driving. And, they stop and help people all the time. Now, I'm sure it's a rarity that they're stopping and helping like 12 cars at one time, like tonight, but still, one-on-one car helping like that, that's dangerous, being on the side of the road. And, I'm sufficiently fulfilled in my danger factor for the year, as far as being on the side of a road goes. But they're out there doing it probably 5 or 6 times a night, not to mention when they're pulling people over, and being out there. So remember to thank your local police officers and emergency responder folks for all of the stuff that they do to help. And not just police officers and firefighters and paramedics, but those people that drive the big yellow highway emergency response trucks too. That's a really dangerous job. And it's a good thing they're out there, because they help people too. Running out of gas, changing tires, all that kind of stuff. But that's my excitement. It is just about 10 o'clock. I've got to be up around 2 because Kenneth, my friend from work, he's coming to pick me up because I don't want to drive to work on my spare. And I'm not totally for sure that whatever I hit didn't do something else to my car. I heard several thumping sounds before I realized my tire was broke. So I'm not, the Brentwood police officer said that the guy that he was helping down the road before me, whatever we hit went through the side of his tire and made like a 2-inch hole in the side of the guy's door. So I don't know what it was. It was some kind of claymore mine or something, apparently, if it's spreading out like that. But it was a weird little piece of scrap metal, I think. But somebody dumped something, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, that's been my excitement for the night. I got to get up in 4 hours and then work my long day. So then I have Saturday off and all of next week off because I'm taking vacation and all that good stuff. So thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my trivial stories. It's fun to talk about them, I guess. And subscribe if you have not. Comment if you would like. I enjoy hearing from folks that watch me and like me or dislike me or just feel blah. I like answering questions. Feel free to ask me any questions. And thank you for watching.